Hey there everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this flight, like I say, from Bristol to Santorini. So, we are about 20 minutes from top of drop, so we're going to hop inside, get rid of the aeroplane noise, for the most part, and start thinking about our approach and landing. So, bit of a recap from last time. We didn't set up our arrival because we didn't know what the weather was going to be like, because it was 4 hours away, so it'd be some time. Looking pretty good on the fuel, we should be landing about 3.9 tons on board. So he's going to sit down, do our landing perfs, and do our plan. So I want to really quickly pull up my web browser, and we're going to look at charts for LGSR, which is Santorini Airport. Charts are, and this is that. So we've got 4 runways, 15, well, two directions, 15 and 33. And then there's the left and the right. All runway, so the 15 and 33 left are slightly longer, but it's not worth writing home about. Correction, 15 and 15, sorry, 15 and 33 are the longer ones. 15 right, 33 left are shorter. I'm not concerned. We won't need anywhere near 7,000 foot of runway to stop. Now, in terms of procedures, let's see what they've got for us here. So current wind direction is 270 at 11 knots. That gives us runway 33 arrival. Let's do that. And, ooh, is there an ILS? I'm not saying I'm anti doing a VOR approach, but I'm not 100% on them. So I've not done them in a hot minute. So we're approaching from, right, first of all, we'll do 3-3. Oh dear God, hello. Oh, it's showing me out, it's wonderful. So what we're going to do, we're going to choose a VOR approach onto 3-3. And we're going to do our arrival as a PEXA 1 alpha, because I believe PEXA was our last point. We'll insert that. Let's have a quick little look at plan mode. There you go. So took some Delta PEXA, so that's a decel point, and then we shoot our arrival maneuver there. So just going to have a quick little look here whilst I write. That's arrivals. I want the actual approach points. It's departures. So we're landing on that one. Okay. So please put ads up over my plates, which, as you can imagine, deeply inconvenient. But we basically, so we fly 10 DME arc at 3,000 feet. How much of this has the nav system actually programmed for? None of it, keck. So it's a 10 DME arc, and then we intercept on a 324 vet. Got you. Okay, so time for us to come up with an approach here, right? So SNI is Santorini. So what I want to do is do PBD01. Or a better one, SNI D10. And that will be due 330 of Santorini. So watch this. SNI slash 310 slash 10. Now do one every 30 or so degrees. So place bearing distance, zap, door, new waypoint. SNI D11, and that'll be the identifier for it. And then our next one will be SNI slash sorry, I'm just figuring myself out. So SNI slash 10. So bearing rate is going to be 3. I'm going to do every 40 degrees. So we'll do 350 slash 10. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to do a jump cut whilst I add all these in. I'm going to reach a point with this, and I'm going to go, I've done it all wrong, but fingers crossed that won't happen. 0, 1, no, hang on, we'll do 350, 030 slash 10. And that's SNIG 12. Door, new waypoint. So basically, what that should do, right, I'll do one last one of these, and then if this doesn't work, I'll just cry and do it all by hand. SNI, and then we'll say 030, so 070. They're about halfway around the arc now at 10, and just make sure this is all inserted correctly before I do be paranoid. It'll be SNI D13, unlucky for some. Flight plan. Oh, you twit. So we don't actually have to fly the VOR, do we? So let's just see if it's done it this way. As that works. It has heart. Look at me being sexy. I'm going to erase that temporarily because it's the wrong side of PEXAM. I've inserted it, but D10. So you can see it's just going to be then 11. This will look amazing when I finish with it because I'm an absolute flaming genius. SNID 11. There you go. I'm going to have to be slowed right down to maneuvering speed for this, which is fine, which we can figure all out. So SNID 12, insert, and SNID 13, insert. And what I'm going to do, you can see the arcs forming there, because I'm so incredibly clever, that what I'm then going to do is set maneuver, so I'll do 210 knots at 3,000 feet for that part of the approach as our restriction, and that'll go be enforced from SNID 10. Insert that, which will probably bring forward our top of drop a little. And you can see, like I say, the approach forming here. And you do basically one more half of it. So we'll do 100 and then 120, and that'll do. Put myself back into arc mode. So D14, and then I'll just say this doesn't exist, make it. So I will. SNI slash 100, post bearing, and then the distance. And then our DME inbound is 324. So 324 minus 180. I'm going to whip a calculator out because I don't trust myself. Oh no, that needs, so 324 minus 180 to get a reciprocal is 144. Cool. So that's that. Store that. And then new waypoint. SNID15. And this is going to be our final approach point. So we'll then arc in basically after 100. So it'll be SNI heading 144 at a range of 8. Store. Then we go flight plan. And then we scroll down. We've got 13. We'll do SNID 14. SNID 14. SNI D15, and that is our final approach fix. And at that point, at 8 DME, we want to be at 3,000 feet, and we basically shoot a straight in approach to, yes, we want to be at 3,000 feet there, and then we'll do a descent from there to 1,700, and then flight visuals, basically. Cool. So, yeah. The other thing I could do if I was being really choosy is the minimal descent altitude on your way in is 5,000 until 3 DME, which I can live with, quite frankly, but it is what it is. We'll do our arrival prep next, so let's do some arrival numbers. LGSR, and we're landing on 3-3. Apply the METAR. Braking action dry. Landing weight. I can't sync that in, can I? No, I can't. That's fine. Landing weight. We'll just say we're gonna lose. And at destination data. I'm working on that part, mate. I'm working on that part. But what is top of drop? Is a hot minute yet. So QNH. We'll just transpose that, I suppose. 1005 hectopascals. Temp 33. No, 33. Surface winds 270 at 11. There we go. And so decision height, since we're doing a non-precision approach, we'll put it as 500 feet. Now I'm going to use medium brake, idle. So yeah, let's just see what we can do. I'm going to manual landing, flat full, auto throttle will be on for the approach. Now just need to get at the aircraft's landing weight, which let's do. Which proves what we're at now. No, we are at. Yeah, we'll do 65. No, we won't. We'll do 67 tons. Okay, so 67 tons. Got you. Enter. So it's saying it wants 2,000 meters of runway out of an available landing distance of that. So we're going to use. Damn. Okay, this may be a hard one. This may be a bit hardcore. It'll be fine, but it'll be a bit hardcore. Not giving me like a landing speed and stuff. Yeah, it basically wants a bit more runway to be happy. So we're not going to use auto brake, use max manual brake, I guess. Yeah, so we max reverse, manual landing, 67 tons. Okay. So we're not using auto brakes today, we're just going to use our feet, and we're going to stand on the brakes hard when we land. So, in the air. Top of drop's coming up, so what I'm going to do is our first altitude restriction of whence I am aware. Let's take a look at the approach. is 10. Oh, it's the limit of 10,000. But yeah, otherwise it's my 3,000. So we'll just plug. We'll go straight down to 3. And we'll do. I'm not going to descend yet because this is really early to descend. But about 5 miles before, I'll trigger the descent process to start the aircraft slowing off and have us ready to drop down. What I'll do, I'm going to do a jump cut for a little bit because we've done our approach prep here. And like I say, it's going to be a saucy landing. It's going to be a saucy landing. But overall, actually, no, I'm not going to do a jump cut just yet because I've got something to talk about. The reason I'm doing this flight to Santorini of all places. Well, first of all, I bought this unit for Santorini ages ago, and I've not actually used it in a video, so I wanted to use it. But why this of all things? I had some housework to do. It's fun. I'm not sure what airport that actually is. You see, to me that looks like a scenery, but I'm also not sure because I just don't trust my brain right now. What airport is that off our... That's Athens. Oh, that'd be like an Asobo scenery probably for Athens. Fair enough. Well, that's Athens down there, folks. You've got your different Athens airport. Oh, is that the abandoned one that's got the 747 parked on it? That's cool. Athens, it do be pretty big, right? It do be pretty big. Like I say, we're continuing though. We're not even top of drop yet. That's how far we're going. Oh, there we go. That's less than 5 miles now. So what we'll do is left and middle click, which pushes it in. No, hang on. There we go, and it's... Oh dear God! Right, 1, 2, 3. Douche. The fluff. How can I not do this? I don't want an open descent. I want a... There we go. All right. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. So we're in an open descent now. Belt up sign goes on. And there we go. The aircraft's now picking up the descent path. There we go. So we're now shooting the approach path. Like I said, we'll do a jump cut and come back at about 7,000 or 8,000 feet. Alrighty, folks. Just like that, we are back. I waited a little bit longer just to give myself a bit of sort of extra space. But I just thought what we could do. What I've done, sorry, is I've plugged into the VOR, the RadNav page. I've plugged the VOR in. So although I'm not going to be hand flying around the circle to make sure that we follow it, I am going to be obviously, visually making sure that we are being, that we're staying close. It's not really as much a sorry, my thing's going. So it's not so much for safety of flight because obviously out here there's very little to crash into as we are out over the water. I love all the marks on my windscreen. That'll probably I don't know what they're from to be fair, but my windscreen is pretty filthy right now. Can I clean it? Huh. Maybe I'm too fast for wipers, I don't know. But we are going to level off 3,000 feet. And then you can see that speed comes washing off as we are going to hammer around the circle now. So we are now at a distance of 12 or so miles. So it's got 2 miles to Sono, which is about what it'll take. About what it'll take indeed. And I'm going to go and speed set to maximum got to 200 knots. No, balls. 210 knots. Give it a lump of flap one, which is just slats obviously at this speed. And you can see 10.5 miles. So as long as we're sort of within 2 DME either way, you know, we are following the approach pretty well. You can see the airfield will be over there, I believe. Yeah. There you have it. That's the end of Santorini. Pull off, wings level. To intercept our first point. So you can see it's like 9.5. Probably as close as we're going to get is 9.5, maybe 9.4. But like I say, we're still within a mile of that 10 DME, which is where I want to be. Like I say, a DME is about 1 nautical mile, so that's how I'm counting it in my head. Next stage of the approach is going to get a bit fancy and a bit technical, where I switch to flight path vector mode, but we'll not use that. We'll not set that up just yet. And also, it's annoying that I can't set a heading selection in whilst I am thingying, but we'll make that part work. In fact, no, I can. Because I'm so incredibly smart, I can. I want the course to be 3, 2, 4. And then this is going to be bloody brilliant and genius, and that's just what I am, a genius. Like I say, I'm not obviously I'm using the GPS to fly the aircraft at the moment. But as we get closer in, what I'll do is I'll swing us over to VOR mode, which that'll be our final approach course. And basically I use lock mode to actually fly that intercept. And it'll be a thing of beauty. My approach today into Santorini will be a thing of bloody beauty. I think that's the airport buildings there. I'm not sure if it's, to be honest, I've not actually flown into Santorini before. So yeah. So since we are in the approach now, I'm going to do landing lights. And we'll just put our landing lights on as well on the nose. Normally I'd wait until I had landing clearance for that one. But yeah, last thing I'll do as well, I'm going to turn on the APU master switch and start switch now. The reason I'm starting the APU so early is I'm going to have my hands full during the taxi in, and you guys aren't here to help me. It's a 2-person job flying this thing. I'm doing it as 1 person. Just going to simplify my life when we hit the ground. Well, ideally, get on the ground. You know, we don't want to hit it, but potato, potato. It's also 33 degrees, so it's pretty toasty out there. So that's just worth being aware of. Even, you know, at the moment we've obviously got a bit of tailwind component, but TAS 227, yeah, we've got a bit of, obviously, so hotter air is thinner, which is why in cold climates you do a cold weather update for your QNH basically. So also conversion, it's like 40 degrees below. In effect, your QNH, so you change it. Same for hot weather. Basically, in hot, the pressure's higher, lower, therefore the altimeter underreads. No, overreads. My apologies. Yes, and then in hotter weather, everything underreads slightly, including airspeed, which is why I'm a bit concerned about the landing, but we'll figure it out. We always do. See, 9.5. I've never seen it dip below 9 or above 11, so I'm really happy with that. Remember, SNID 15 though, that's our final approach waypoint. What I'm actually going to do probably is take over control from the aircraft on this next leg into a heading select, and then arm the radio from there. Probably we'll figure it out. We always do. We always figure it out. We should have done a 15 and a 16. So 15 would have been like here, and 60 would have angled us back in, but it's fine. There's worse things we could do. There are worse things I could do than fly a plane or two. Now it's time to slow down further still, so I'll go 180 knots. Just to make our approach turn to final a bit quicker and a bit easier. I want to basically just be slow, be dirty, and kick flap 2 out. I'm not doing flap 3 yet, because 180 knots, yes, I'm manoeuvring, but I'm also sort of in that phase of flight where, no. So I'm going to change now to heading vertical speed to track FPA mode. This is where it gets a bit interesting. So I'm going to take the aircraft into track mode or heading mode, and this means the aircraft will maintain this heading obviously until effectively it runs out of fuel and crashes, or finds something big enough to crash into. We're heading south into the Med, so there probably won't be anything for a decent while, but you know, never say die. So last thing I want to do is, so I'm drawing a line in my head here pretty much, where should we add another waypoint? Oh well, it's fine. What we'll do is give ourselves a few beats, because we're still not over SNID 14. I'm getting a little overexcited. I should really pull this down to a more appropriate range, which is about this. I'm going to give myself probably about a mile. Maybe, yeah, so when SNID 15 is about sort of there, is when we'll turn to intercept it. And what I'm going to do is just hit the aeroplane, fly the heading around, and then my plan is for it to intercept the localizer beam over SNID 15, which is 8 miles range, of course, to the landing. And then from there, we program in a 3 and a bit degree descent, right? And then let the aircraft slow itself further from there. So what we'll do is sort of come round about that. Yeah, so I should have, like I say, it's one of those things. You sort of perfect techniques and stuff, and you know, even the fact that this is this very sort of madcap way to fly, you know, to do the VOR approach just by adding your waypoints in, it's something you don't do all that often. So it's, you know, it's not unsafe what we're doing. It's just could be a bit smoother in future, and that's something that I'm happy to figure out as I go along. So we've got about 5 degrees nose up pitch, which is about an approach angle, to be fair, for an Airbus. I can make that work now, so we'll now turn to SNID 15. And I'm going to arm, so we'll have a quick little glance over at the VOR rows. That's now lined up correctly. So we'll arm that for a localizer. Oh, that's fun, I can't engage localizer mode. This is going to be exciting. Okay. It's a-okay. I can figure this part out myself if I need to. I'm going to use the nav rows for now. So bear in mind, 324 as my course is about there. So I'm a little ways away. Airfield in sight? Negative. This is fun. Yeah, I'll call that 324. And I'm going to set And 3 degrees down bubble. Press and move the mouse. There we go. And that's us now descending. And I now go back into arc mode. But I'm just going to go VOR mode. Okay, so I'm starting to the left of track, so I'm just going to compensate for that. Or, like I say, within a diamond, so that's, you know what, for the fact I'm sort of doing it by eye, that's not bad. Why can't I put lock mode on? Let me do say approach mode out of that. Kinda would. That'll do. So track, approach mode negative. I'm going to disable that. Just leave it the way it is. So, I now want to, and I've now probably messed myself up slightly. I want to go 140 knots, which is our landing speed. Bollocks. Oh no, it's fine. It's giving me landing speeds. So do F7 again, which goes flap 3. Take gear down. Airfield in sight. Oh, this is fun. This is exciting. And autopilot off. Emily has control. Gonna reselect that 3 degrees. Keep it going downhill. Flap full, please. Speed brake on, flap full. Clear the alarm. Clear. So, flap full, spoilers not armed. Thank you for the heads up, aircraft. There we go. We're now in position for our arrival into Santorini. It's giving us it's giving us 150 knots. Oh, I need to be close to that one. I need to give me that 142 at best. That's interesting. So my ARAC thinks there's 2 runways, but I only see 1. Yep, looks like that second runway is no longer in use, boys. Oh well, that's fine. Just gotta stand on the brakes and land. So, it was a bit of a fancy arrival. So yeah, like I say, the VORs, you just have to, I'm a bit high, so I'm gonna have to sort of dive down a bit here. No, I'm actually on approach path, I think. If I can, I think I see 2 whites, 2 reds, so that's good. Continue landing. Continue approach. Oh no, I think I've got a 4 whites though. Oh well, it's fine. You know what? We're in a position where I'm comfortable. This will be a normal landing. You know? Yeah. 3 whites, 1 red. It's fine. Puppies are not the ultimate indicator of anything. Go. Don't know what all the stress was about. Okay, next left, I guess. Flaps up. General welcome to Santorini. The local time is a hair past a freckle. I'd love to see that A380 get out of here. Unless you do like a domestic flight to Athens or some bollocks like that. I'll just stick it over here. We'll go in front of the control tower because we did such an amazing job on that landing. Spot 5, please. And especially at slow speeds, it does feel like there's a bit of a wobble, and I like that. So I've done that during the takeoff, Rob, but I'll do it during the landing as well. Yeah. Just like that, folks. Welcome to Santorini. We'll do engine stops, 2, 1, and then AP bleed comes online, which is going to take over the AC nice and fast. You hear I could click in the aircraft, but there you go. As the engines spool down, folks, I'd like to take the... Oh, there we go, look at that. My ground facilities have arrived. I'd like to quickly turn off our landing lights, which I should have turned off before. And our beacon light can now go off. And there we go. Commence disembarkation? Yes, please. So we'll do... There you go. But folks, that is it done. That right there. We arrive into Santorini. Still on keeping the APU on to give us aircon on the ground because it's 33 degrees and rather toasty. Like I say, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you have too. If there is anything, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I can do to help. No, that's my call center lines. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was really cool. I enjoyed that thoroughly, actually. And I'm just enjoying sitting here looking at this A320. It's just, oh, it's such a good model. But yes, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe to see more from me regularly. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.